Hi everybody, today we're at Rise Up Açai Bowls here in San Antonio, Texas on McCullough Avenue, and we are speaking with the lovely proprietress, I think that's how you pronounce it, Miss Kimberly Sabatino, and we're very excited to introduce you to her business because she has a wonderful concept. When I walked in, my first time was last week, and I was with my sister, and we were just really impressed with what we discovered inside her eatery, her cafe. And so, Kimberly, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah.
First of all, your last name is Sabatino, which is Italian. You don't know this, but I am an Italophile.
Okay.
I love Italy. I worked in Italy, and I still go back on a regular basis. So tell me a little bit about
Well, you're probably
your
more
surname.
Italian than I am then. So technically, I'm not blood Italian, but my late grandfather, who just recently passed away, actually, he was John Sabatino, and he was like an original Sabatino. His parents sailed from Sicily over to America. Yeah.
Wow,
So
beautiful.
Yeah. So, I mean, he taught us a little bit about his culture, but yeah, other than the name, not much Italian. I'm actually mostly German and Mexican.
Okay.
So.
Well, what I love is that when you're in Italy, when you walk into an establishment, you have you get greeted with a lot of warm hospitality, and that's the first thing we experienced when we came here last week. So it's even though you say that it's you're not by blood Italian, you don't think so. I think so.
Oh, we talk about our hands a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, especially in my family.
Yes.
And my family's pretty big. We act pretty Italian, so.
Oh, funny. Oh, great. Wonderful. Well, that's a beautiful story. Tell us a little bit more about your how you started your business. You look really young to me. I'm not going to ask your age, but you look really young, and I'm
That's all right. I'm 33.
Okay, but I'm glad to see young people being business owners and being entrepreneurial. So tell us a little bit about how you started in your journey.
Okay, so we started in an Airstream trailer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And this was actually started by my partner, John.
Okay, in San Antonio?
Yes.
Okay.
So, the idea of the Açai Bowls and bringing the health scene in was actually my husband, John. But, so how we met was kind of funny. So he started his food truck in 2016.
Okay.
Out of a old trailer that he refurbished. It was an Airstream trailer. I think it was a 1967.
Do you have photos still of it?
I do.
Okay, great. I'd love to see one so that we can include it in this video.
I'll send it to you.
Wonderful.
So that's how he started. I didn't know him yet. And then I met him before he opened up his first brick and mortar. So this would be within his first year of operating.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's actually a funny story. So I was doing marketing at the time for a senior living community.
Okay.
It's totally different.
Very different industry.
I was kind of bored with the corporate aspect of it because it was very corporate. And so I was kind of seeing what I could do on the side that wouldn't be a conflict of interest.
Right.
And I kind of wanted to do social media at the time. And so I was driving down Broadway in Alamo Heights. And I see it's 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, so it's already dark. And I see these lights on in this building off Broadway, 6401 Broadway.
Okay. Is this summertime or what season?
I think it was spring.
Okay.
I want to say it was around this time.
Okay.
So maybe March or whenever it gets. No, I guess whenever it gets dark early. I don't know.
Depends on daylight savings.
It was around, You know what? It was probably in April. So I'm driving down and I see these lights on in this shop that used to be this gross, dirty, abandoned liquor store. And it looked like a coffee shop or something hip was going in because it had the hanging lights, that all coffee shops kind of have. And I was I wonder what that's gonna be. And there was no name on it yet, so I wanted to get a jump on it.
Okay.
I'm super marketing.
Sure.
I want to market businesses, so you got to get in there before somebody else gets the job. So I pulled in, I swerved in, and I could tell somebody was inside working on it. I knocked on the door, and this guy answers the door. He looks like, what the heck are you doing? He was like,
At 8 o'clock at night.
Yes. Yeah. And I was just like, hey, like, can I come in? What is this? Like, like literally, can I come inside? And he was just like, I was like, what is this gonna be, like a coffee shop? Like, I just started my whole like, yeah. I get like hyper excited. So it ended up being John, who's now my husband.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful.
But yeah, I basically like took the reins on like the social media stuff, the photography, because I'm a photographer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
black and white or everything.
I like portrait.
Okay.
So like fashion photography, creative portrait. Yeah.
Cool.
That's kind of on the back burner now.
Okay.
But I mean, I still from time to time do it. But yeah, that's how we met, and we didn't even start dating till like months later, because I was actually like dating somebody else.
Okay. So it was a platonic, a legit business.
Yes, really, it was. I wasn't even thinking that way.
Great. That's
I
funny.
didn't have hard eyes yet.
Yes.
So, excuse me. So yeah, that's how it started. And then by the time we started dating, like I kind of I quit my job at the corporate and kind of took over, and I found this location a few years later. I say a few years, it was like 4 years later, I think.
Was it hard to find? Because this is a great location.
It was for sale, and I couldn't believe it was for sale. It used to be Chamoy.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
the advertising agency, and they're across the street now. They're awesome.
Saw, yeah.
They're so nice, so friendly, but they needed a bigger space, and I think they were renting this space.
Okay.
So we bought it from some different owners. We got a small business loan. And yeah, so this location, all me. Like, I put my heart and soul into it.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful.
So we've been open for over a year. I don't know the exact date, but at this location we opened up in July. This past July was a year. So.
Wow, so you're still honeymooning this space.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it's working out well. And we own it, so we're not going anywhere.
Right.
Unfortunately, the space at Broadway, without being too negative, like it just corporate greed.
Yeah. And what I love is that you're able to contain and manage your operating costs by owning the structure, by owning the business. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I wish we had more of that. And history's not the right term, but I wish we had more of a. What's the word? In Europe, you see that a lot with the European business owners. They've inherited the buildings that they're working out of because they usually lived above the ground floor. So in here, it's a totally different business model. So it's a blessing that you were able to purchase this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huge. Like without that small business loan, thank God. Yeah. And we're very blessed, and we have like a really loyal customer base.
Excellent. And this is a great neighborhood too. I mean, not to knock on the Broadway neighborhood. I mean, that's a great neighborhood. It's very bougie, but this area. How would you describe this neighborhood?
I would just. I think it's totally different than Alamo Heights.
Yeah.
And like Alamo Heights, like is great. They've got their charm, but I think Monte Vista is just where it's at because it's got like it's more
historical.
It's more historical.
Yes.
And like I don't know how to say art forward or
progressive in the arts.
Yeah, progressive.
Yes.
A lot more liberal. Like I really enjoy this side of town. A lot more expressive.
Yes, and I would say eclectic too.
Yeah.
Right, eclectic because a lot of more bungalows and just a lot of freedom of expression, I would say.
And the community.
Yes.
I think there's like a lot to offer. Because we are closer to downtown. We kind of get a little bit of everybody. We got downtown, we got Monte Vista, we have Trinity University, we have St. Anthony.
Oh, that's right. You have the colleges, the student body.
Incarnate Word.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we get I love that we get every age, gender, walk of life.
Yes.
Yeah, and everybody's welcome.
Diversity.
Here. It is a safe space for sure. So we're really
and you offer Wi-Fi too, I think? Wi-Fi? Do you offer Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah, free Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
of
what I
course.
thought. Okay, I was like, yeah. So if you're interested in, for those of you who are either like local or needing a spot to do some work or some studies, or if you're passing through town on a business trip and you need to find a cafe to do some work, please consider Rise Up,
Yes,
because they do have Wi-Fi. So
Yes.
great.
Yeah, we do. And people
Okay.
post up in here all the time. There's
Okay,
people
so-
behind us right now on their laptops.
Yes, and what's really important about the travelers, be it for business or for personal, our platform is very national, and so people will be able
That's
to,
great.
visitors will be able to like search by location.
Yeah.
So
And it's
coming
kind of
soon.
nice because I get to
Visit the world.
I literally was just I met this man that he's a professor at UCLA.
Oh, wow.
And he was here for spring break helping
Uh-huh.
his dad out, and I was just talking to him in the cafe yesterday. Like
Uh-huh.
he's in from LA, and yeah, we were like comparing what the Açai Bowl scene was like there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I get to talk to like a lot of people.
Did he share some tips, or did he give some compliments, or?
He did. He talked about this. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a yoga retreat that he went on
Uh-huh.
in Joshua Tree. And
Oh,
we were
wow.
talking about how there
Yeah.
was somebody that did acai bowls there, and he was like, they were so good. Like you need to look them up. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I mean,
Great.
friendly competition.
Great, yeah, friendly
Yeah.
competition, great. What do you love about being a business owner, and specifically about being in this particular segment of the business?
Yeah, I just love that I can kind of do what I want.
Freedom.
sort of. Yes, I mean, of course, there's like cost aspect and
Uh-huh.
all that of running the business, but I get to connect with the community. I get to use my space to facilitate events.
Oh, wow, as
we
well.
recently had a Valentine's Day card making event, and we
Wow.
partnered with Thrive.
Okay.
I don't know if you are familiar with
Thrive, the pet adoption. No.
So
What is
but I
Thrive?
think there is one like that. But
Okay.
no, Thrive is it's Thrive Youth Center.
Okay.
And it's a LGBTQ
Okay.
shelter.
Oh,
for
okay, okay.
misplaced- Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Youth, trans youth, and
Okay, so not
LGBT.
associated with the Thrive veterinarian clinics.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
though.
uh-huh.
And we've actually had a pet adoption event here before.
Oh, how cute!
Yeah, we're pet friendly.
Okay,
so
great.
that's
I
great.
saw the sign.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and we have dog treats.
Does that
Yeah.
include cats? Because I'm a cat lover.
I love cats, but I don't think so. I
Uh-huh.
think people would not like that.
Okay, the cats would not like that.
I don't know.
They would be
I guess
screechy.
if it's, I mean, hey, if it's trained, it's gonna be fine.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a problem with it.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I've never seen a cat here, except for during the adoption event.
Okay.
We also had like snakes at that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was through a Footbridge Foundation, which is a very
Wow.
small-owned, woman-owned
Amazing.
pet adoption.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if these are snakes like raised in an incubator, or if these are snakes that are found in the wild and then they were just.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good
I don't
question.
know.
Okay.
Maybe they need to be rehomed.
Uh-huh.
I actually don't know. I can ask.
That's wonderful. Any other? Do you have like shower parties, baby showers? I imagine you do. 'Cause this
you
is a
would
great
think,
space,
right?
yeah.
But no, I mean we haven't, just because our hours, so we're open every day, which
Okay.
is pretty unusual.
Mhm.
This like day and age, most people are closed at least 2 days. I don't know how they do that.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so we're open 8 to 7 p.m. So really, we don't have like the space to just close it down. And
Okay.
have, like,
For
this
private
kind of-
affairs.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it after hours. That's
Okay.
kind of what we did with the Thrive event.
Uh-huh.
So they had people come in, and they partnered with Spare Parts
Okay.
SA, who they provide like arts and crafts
Oh,
for
cool.
people who can't like afford like the fancy art
Oh,
supplies.
wow.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and they provide stuff for teachers.
You're
which is
providing
great.
good resources, community
Yeah.
resources that I've never heard before. But then again, I moved from Houston, so I'm just learning.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's understandable. I
Uh-huh.
mean, yeah, so that's what I love about
Uh-huh.
being a business owner.
Yeah.
Is that I can give, like, be a community resource
Okay.
to other people that
Right.
are community resources.
Right.
And we all kind of collaborate and have
Uh-huh.
a good time.
Okay.
And I mean, we have like pop-up markets.
Oh, you
Like,
do?
Yes, we just had one
Wow.
Sunday.
Oh, wow.
So it was, I can send you events calendars and stuff.
I'd love it. Yes. Yeah,
But,
I'd love it.
Yeah, we just had one, and we had somebody who they do these like books.
Uh-huh.
It's so cool. I don't know what it's called, 11th hour books. She gets books and she wraps them in paper so you don't know what book you're getting.
Like a white
But-
elephant type experience.
Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
like it's all decked out with like there's stickers and like
Wow.
a bookmark, and it's like a mystery box book.
Love it.
But it'll tell you the genre like on
Love
the,
it.
on the cover. It's really cool.
Excuse me.
So we
Love
did
it.
that. We had that. We had somebody reselling vintage clothing, and then we also had.
Well, show us your section, because this is
Yeah.
the surprise that we had that I loved. But I also want to talk about design. Did you, when you acquired the space, was the space already designed, or?
So we did a lot. So
You
like
did.
that whole back wall we put
Okay,
up.
why don't we take a walk over there?
Yeah, I can show you. So, okay, so first of all, we got a local architect, Bob
Uh-huh.
Lingo. He helped a lot, and he's very like OCD, very particular
Okay.
about everything. So
I can tell.
Yeah. So, and then we also used so our guy that does the coffee, estate coffee.
Uh-huh.
He's local too. He also does welding.
Okay.
Passion
Oh, okay.
As like his passion project. So he did these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just pan over.
So yeah.
So this is like a screen panel, a mesh screen panel.
Yeah, and we wanted kind of like a 70s vibe, but like
Mm-hmm.
modern.
Yeah.
The wallpaper is I
Okay.
sourced it from Greenly Living, and
Okay.
they're not local, but it's a female-owned wallpaper design company.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm not sure where they're located. But yeah, I got that from Urban Goods, which is down the road.
Oh,
Urban
wow.
Goods. I'm sure
Okay.
you've heard of them.
Yes, yes.
This my husband made. He does some woodworking.
Beautiful with the live edge table.
This is from Vega, Treviño.
Oh,
He
wow.
is a local San Antonio-based artist.
Okay.
You see the details like crazy, but
Wow.
that's what I'm big on. Is just
Beautiful.
everything.
Can I
just
touch it?
like-
I'm afraid to
yeah,
touch
if you
it.
want.
With my pinky, I'll do it with my
It's
pinky.
wood, and he had to do all these little lines.
It's like laser etched.
He's crazy, like crazy.
Beautiful.
OCD. The way he
Yes.
draws lines, and they're just like this.
Uh-huh.
He's doing like lots of big projects too, so that's
Beautiful.
Really cool.
What's his name again?
Luis Vega Treviño.
Luis Vega
and he has a
Treviño.
name plaque on the wall.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
I'll show you. This is him too.
Oh,
he did
okay.
This custom art
Oh,
piece for
wow.
us.
Guys, this is beautiful. So let's do a close-up of the names so that you can.
Yeah.
Luis Vega Treviño, and this installation is called Infinite Light, acrylic on canvas, commissioned for this space in 2024.
Yeah. And so he did the install and everything. He's done pieces of huge.
Uh-huh.
And his studio is like down the street.
Okay, also local. Nice, nice.
So like here's this one. So
Oh,
we just
okay.
had that one every Thursday night except this Thursday. I'm
Uh-huh.
not doing it this Thursday. We have bingo night this month. And
Okay.
then we'll have an I can't say that.
Is
Astrological.
it, hey baby, what's your sign? So
Yeah.
it's an astrological pop-up written in the stars.
Yes.
So wonderful.
And then vintage clothing and thrift market.
And thrift market, wonderful.
Do you want me to go over there?
Yes, let's.
Okay.
So guys, this is a surprise that we did not so expect this at all, but we love it.
Okay. So just a little bit. I'm so sorry, but 2 of my clothing racks are not here.
Okay, I
I
noticed.
moved them today
Oh,
because
okay.
we're doing a South by Southwest pop-up on Friday.
Oh, you are? They're
Yeah.
coming here, or you're going up?
We're going to Austin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so-
I was going to mention South by Southwest, but I said no. They have too much. They get already a lot of PR publicity.
Yeah,
So
I know, but we're going to Arlen Studios, which is
Okay.
like an iconic studio. If you look it up,
Yeah.
everybody who's recording there. And
Yeah.
they're doing an event that's not technically with South by Southwest, but
Uh-huh.
it's during it. So So
Wow.
we're doing it for Rise Up and for the vintage. So yeah, two
Great.
of my racks are here right
Excellent.
now.
Excellent. Wow. Well, congratulations, because,
Yeah.
it's not easy to be invited to participate in
Yeah,
anything
and we're
South
one
by
of like
Southwest.
8 vendors, and that's
Wow.
it. Yeah, and there's gonna be like 500 plus people on
Yeah.
RSVP.
Excellent. Wow.
So here's the gently used vintage
Uh-huh.
clothing.
Do you have a method for your curating your offering?
Kind of. It's based off like personal style, but also, which you wouldn't know how I'm dressed right now. But
You're fine.
And then also just kind of what's like in. But I also really prefer natural fibers.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I try not to do a lot of polys.
Especially here in the heat, in the Texas heat.
And especially in the summer, like my racks, I try to have cotton, linen, silks, just not a lot of polyester because it's like too much. But this is my,
The wares.
yes, the wares.
I love the peacock. It's
Right
staring
now-
at me.
Right now it's pretty stocked up. Sometimes it gets a little empty because people come by. I usually have another rack right here with clothing. Like I said, that's next door, and then I'll have another rack right. And then I got these chairs that. Hi, Steve.
Hi,
One
Steve.
of our regulars, Steve.
Hello.
He's got stories. He's got
I
stories.
bet.
But
Wow.
so these chairs are from Furniture Finders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Roberto. He owns and operates SA Furniture Finders.
Oh,
down the
wow.
street.
I've heard of
He's
him.
Awesome. So nice. So yeah, these just fit in perfectly with the vibe that we have here.
I agree.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our audience?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, come to Rise Up.
Yes, come to Rise Up. They're open 7 days a week, and they have beautiful açai bowls and a beautiful ambiance to do
We have
your working.
smoothies.
Oh, and smoothies.
Coffee.
I smell the fruit.
Oh, and then
and the
our
coffee.
manager, she makes the syrups, like lavender vanilla. She makes the syrups in house. We make our granola in house.
Oh, so
The
like
granola is really important to us.
from scratch. Wow.
Yes, because
Amazing.
most people get bulk granola at other places.
Right.
And they use like canola oil, which is really bad when it's
Yeah.
heated to a certain time.
Right.
It's like almost poisonous. It's like
Right.
cancers.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
is carcinogenic.
yeah. And when
yeah,
we found that out, we were like, okay, no, we're gonna do our own granola. So we actually
Excellent.
rent a space that Estate Coffee uses also
Okay.
to roast their beans, and that's where we make.
Oh,
it from.
wow.
Yeah. And that's done by our other manager, Cass, who's been with us
Okay.
for about almost 2 years.
Wow. So this is more than meets the eye.
Yeah, I think
definitely,
so.
definitely more than
There's
meets
a
the
lot
eye.
going on behind the scenes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. So what do you have planned for when you're going down up to Austin? Because Austin, by
Right.
the way, it's technically 45-minute drive north of San Antonio, but because of the traffic on I-35, it can be longer.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't be too bad when you go up.
I know, we're gonna leave at like 7:45 in the morning. And
Uh-huh.
the event is like 11 or 10 to. Oh, I hear my husband.
Uh-huh.
Chris Button. Sorry. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty long event. I forgot what the name of it was. T is for Texas or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's put on by an all-female group that does events. I think it's Keystone Events.
Wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful.
And then my friend Ashley, who owns R&R
Uh-huh.
Collective, she also sells the cool like house, the vintage wear. She's
Uh-huh.
doing the vintage pop-up with me there. So she's got half the racks, I've got the other
Wow.
half. Yeah.
I'm so glad that there's representation at South by Southwest of San Antonio, because they're so close,
Yeah.
so close, but very different. So
Yeah.
we're slower paced now.
I know.
We're
I like
still
it,
slower.
though.
I know, me too. It's
I'm
slower
like,
paced
why
here.
are you in such a hurry?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
there
thank
it
you,
is.
Miss Kimberly. It's been a
welcome.
pleasure. I
Yes.
very much enjoyed learning about your business and your background and your history, how you started. This is a great opportunity for other vintage sellers, as well as our visitors to the website, to understand, the importance of shopping locally.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you. If
Thank
you have any
you.
other questions, let me know.
Absolutely.